Good Saturday morning, October in the Haliburton Highlands. This is Cactus with Out and About. Yeah, today we're not in the Upper Ottawa Valley, we're in the Haliburton Highlands. Maybe not quite as wild, but still pretty wild. And we are in the Big Bertha, the 1988 Dodge B250 camper van. Yeah, real good on fuel, I can assure you. And we have the ATV behind us. Can you see that? I don't know. Sorry for whipping the camera around. And we are heading down to my good chum for life here, Office Rocker Euler. Yeah, he's of German heritage. Office Rocker. So that's kind of hard to pronounce. He just goes by Euler, so we'll call him Euler. And we're going to do some ATVing today. I'll give you a shot of Big Bertha here on the outside later. I've had this thing a couple of years. I haven't showed it yet. But this will be home for tonight. Happy Saturday. It's a wonderful, warm October, what, 22? Yeah, it suddenly went from almost winter with a little bit of snow to maybe a high of plus 19 Celsius today. Couldn't tell you what that is in Fahrenheit there, Americans. Anyway, Cactus out. Mr. Office Rocker bought this bush lot a while ago and had this road constructed into here, but it is a treacherous, steep hill that causes a lot of bottoming out. Words are hard. I'll show you. I was going to take the trailer off and leave the ATV here, but I'm going to go for it and cause some damage. At a certain point, you got to tromp on it here. Yep. Come on, baby. Tear up that road. Buy some fill there, Mr. Euler. The dirty German fallout property. Here we are. You see that fugly orange hatted weirdo right there? Sam Squatch! So Mr. Office Rocker Euler is in the outhouse doing his morning constitution. Do not go in there if you want to live. This is Big Bertha, the fuel efficient 88 Dodge B250 travel air camper. Here's Miss Big Bear, Yamaha 350. And Losermobile. That's all I could say. And the Euler truck. And the Euler bug tent. The muddy Haliburton Highlands. So late 60s, early 70s, Volkswagen station wagon. Yeah, that'll be a nice picture, I think, from this side. I'll take a few. Toasty. Sunday morning. We had a fun little party around the campfire last night. A good day of ATVing, and now we're heading back. beautiful, beautiful October 23rd in the Haliburton Highlands, heading back to the Upper Ottawa Valley. Out! Update on Office Rocker Oiler in front of us here, and his ATV. Actually made it on the whole trip yesterday, and it only suffered a pull cord recoil manglement, intermittent starter not working, electric starter, and complete loss of hydraulic brakes. So not a bad day considering for him. And he didn't fall off once. We're off for breakfast in Wilberforce. Welcome to the metropolis of Wilberforce, the town of Wilberforce, not to be confused with the township of Wilberforce, on the edge of Algonquin Park, the Haliburton Highlands. And we are going to the South Algonquin Diner. Actually a tasty little breakfast, and pretty fair prices considering how remote it is and how far they have to truck in all the supplies. This town is pretty remote. It suffers from very poor to none cell service. I don't know how people live here. I would hope they have good internet. There's that rotten German. Look at that degenerate half-wit. Oh my God. That's why some mothers eat their young. If I had a head like that, I'd jerk it off. Out! Just doing a cross country here, heading my way back north by Elephant Lake. We have a massive maple syrup operation. All the lines running through the woods. All gets collected to this big stainless tank where they boil her down and make the maple syrup. Hundreds of acres of hilly maple trees. South Algonquin equestrian trails. If you're into horseback riding and want to do a horseback ride trip or day trip, look them up. Near Elephant Lake, sort of Bancroft area, Maynooth area, South Algonquin. Here we are back in the Upper Ottawa Valley in Barry's Bay. Always wanted to stop here and check these out. F350 tow truck. Uno's Auto Wrecking. Uno's. Wow. Nice. 1950 something Ford F350. Here's an even bigger Ford. Another wrecker. Ford 750 Big Job. Check that out. Wow. What a beauty. Old Holmes wrecker. Cables. I think we're missing some fenders here. It's got a stinger. That's kind of modern. That side's got a fender. Cool. What else we got here? Mercury for sale, $6 grand, 312 engine. Not too bad, fixable. Another Ford, 1.5 tons, 2 ton, 3 ton. V8. Last of the V8s. F600. Used to have a dump box. It's a big hydraulic piston. Crappy old Jeep. Back to the Mercury. You know, if you could put a good working engine in it, get some tight steering, set of tires, brakes at work, it'd be a fun car just to drive like that. Patina. If you had the money to goof around. F350 with a full box. Mercury. Very nice. Heavy duty. Cactus approves. F250, Mercury 250, not an F. Nice truck. Definitely something to work with. Box needs a little work. All the wood's gone. But you can get all that stuff. Sweet! And there's a cab over engine over there. Finally. The body shop. Pretty neat. Here comes a hot rod. Great lunch meals. I might read that later. Anyway, Barry's Bay is pretty cute. It's worth coming to. They got a pretty cool coffee shop, some eateries, great outdoors. Kaministkig Lake. Okay, Bertha. Let's get rolling so you can drink some more gasoline and get home. What a mess.
This is the cost of living. I'm Tracy Johnson. It's never been easier to find the...
Random old truck pushed in the ditch. Shattered. Just shattered. All kinds of junk. I have to come back. The farm's across the road. I might have to come back and ask if I could do some video shoots in there someday. Imagine how lovely these stone walls were when they were first all built and the land was all cleared everywhere and there was just dozens and dozens of farms. It would have been rather pretty, I think. The roads wouldn't have been as nice, but the landscape was probably quite pretty. Whew, dusty old road. Car just went by. So here's a nice straight one that's got not too much overgrowth on it. Boy oh boy, we've lost a lot of leaves. The gorgeous colors are rapidly disappearing. These are the Wilno Hills. I'm in the back of front of around Wilno. The Polish heritage village of Wilno. This is their little museum strip here. Now we gotta climb another big hill. Like me, if you're ever in Wilno, you gotta stop at the Wilno Tavern. famous super duper Polish food. Still really good, I hear. Here's the other side of the museum. It's where the old railway line used to run. Used to be a station there. Now we gotta climb the great big hill, the Wilno Hill. And this will take about $10 worth of gas to get to the top. But there's a great view up here. One of the best fall views of the colorful leaves around the Ottawa Valley, where you can really get a good panoramic view. We're gonna have to show you this grand old church. St. Mary's Church. Catholic, I assume. I think most Poles are Catholic. I'm not sure. When you're talking about the Christians. Humongous church. They have a big chicken pie supper every year, I think in the fall. Gonna have to check it out someday. And here's the Wilno Hills. I'm not sure if we're right on top here. We might have to climb a little more, but you always get a good view, especially a nice blue sky day like today. Still a bit of color. Big Bear's all dirty. Bertha's still pretty clean. Thirsty pig. Up we go. Just left Killaloe a while ago and took the back road called Ruby Road to Golden Lake. And it brings you back around to the backside of the reserve, the Pikwatagadon Reserve, where Big Bertha is going to get a big drink of cheaper fuel. Yeah, if you're in the vicinity, come and gas up on the reserve. Nice friendly folks. And if you need some cannabis or some cheap old smoky tobacco, this is the place to get it. There's our gas station up ahead. Let's fill up this hungry beast and keep heading north. Come around the backside here. Here we are. 146.9. Well, I just paid 145.9 back at Oasis, so I saved a penny per whatever liters I got. Too many. Pembroke Petawawa is about 170-ish or something like that. So saved a few bucks. Got a little sidestep in, seen some nice back roads. Goodbye, my indigenous friends. The Golden Lake Tavern. Wild, crazy place. Cactus used to frequent that back in the days. Back in the party days. It's apartments now. No more taverns around here. So distracted again. I'm almost home. I'm at Lake Dory, where the Snake River starts. Remember the Snake River? It went to Osceola, the McLaren Mill, the abandoned McLaren Mill. Well, this is almost the foot of the Snake River. So, I'm at Shaw Woods, where the Shaw Mill and Farm used to be back in the old days. And here's some of the old stone grinding wheels from the grist mill, I guess you could say. To grind the grains in the flour. So that was a weekend of ATVing down at Oilers' COVID getaway camp. Now, I didn't get a lot of shots of us ATVing. Sadly, I should have gotten more, but it was just a lot of back roads and trails and not a lot of rusty gold and abandoned stuff to see. But fun nonetheless. We had a good time around the campfire last night. Kind of made fun of each other as we usually do. Had a few good laughs. It's a beautiful, gorgeous 22, 23 October weekend. in 2022. And that's a wrap. Time to get home, get cleaned up, get ready for work tomorrow. Have a Sunday dinner, see gorgeous girlfriend, see the dogs, and get back to reality. So that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us on Out and About with Cactus. One more thing, check this out. Little bit of logging history here. They call that an alligator, and that's a replica, exact replica of what they used to use back in the day to tow logs across lakes, rivers, maybe larger ponds. And they were steam powered and paddle wheeled. And the beauty of these alligators is they had a winch, and they could winch themselves across land by hooking up the trees or digging in maybe some sort of anchor into the ground and pulling itself. I imagine it'd take a lot of men. It was probably not a one-man show. Maybe a bunch of small logs that it could roll over if things weren't greasy enough. So this is a replica, it says, but I think it has, yeah, it does. It has a boiler and things inside there. Hard to see. So it might have some original parts in it. Surely it does. Look at this winch and the anchor. Neat to see. So Shaw Woods, south of Pembroke, north of Eganville, a little east of Golden Lake. There's two parts to Shaw Woods. There's this side of the river with lots of nice trails, and the other side is a educational area. I know somebody's coming, they're gonna think I'm crazy. Have a good read of that if you want. That explains the alligator. And I'll show you the Shaw Woods sign. Beautiful time of year to come to Shaw Woods. Some original old growth forest like you would have seen it back in the day before it all got cut and regrown. That's it. Enjoy. We're out of here. I'm a coming, Bertha. You'll get your drink of fuel. We're heading home. Happy October, everybody.